May not agree with me, that's all right, but I believe that's exactly what the church is doing now in the most critical hour since she was founded. She's sleeping and therefore failing her Lord in this most critical of all critical hours in history. You may not, you're much younger, you've got hotter blood maybe, but it still is, it does not alter the fact. I guarantee you could count on one hand or maybe one finger the last time you came out of the sanctuary where you were subdued with the glory of God. You were awed with His majesty. We'll go to God's house, but they don't know the person that owns the house. Would you go knock at somebody's door, a house you didn't know, you knock at the door and the fellow says, "What do you want?" "I don't really know. Who are you?" "Well, I live in this house." And yet people are content to go Sunday after Sunday and never meet the owner of the house. Just atmosphere, just emotion. I think we get fascinated with events rather than the Son of God Himself. If you're more excited about the coming of Jesus than you are about the presence of Jesus, you better do some thinking. It's His presence that matters. Through the most amazing night in history and it passed over you like that. And you know, I think we're doing the same thing very much in the church. Just Sunday again, so we go to church Sunday morning. Oh, we've a lovely choir and a nice pastor and we'll have a nice time. I've said to you before, and I say it to myself often, I believe the perennial challenge of a believer is this: come down from the cross and save yourself. Other people are not fasting like you fast. Other people don't spend as much time in prayer. Other people don't husband their money and use it and give it to missions. Other people are not investing for eternity like you are. Why be the oddball? Everybody in church says you're a nice person, but they think you're a fanatic. Behind they say, she's gone overboard. You notice nobody ever says you can get too rich. No one says you can get too well educated. But oh, be careful you don't get to be too spiritual. See, the main trouble if you get too spiritual is you'll show how unspiritual they are. And that's what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of your spirituality so much as the fact that they're a kind of a withered branch that hasn't got any fruit. How many times do you wake up in the morning, even Sabbath day or any day, and say, He's risen, He's alive, and because He's alive, I shall live today? Don't blame the world for not believing it. Every day should be a celebration. We're not of the world. Oh dear, 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 how earthbound we get. We think on the level of others so often. But you see, we're getting away, we're so getting tied up with gifts, and you go to some meetings, all you hear is prophecy, 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 miracles, miracles, miracles. And all the time we're missing the most essential things. Miracles won't save you. Prophecy won't come to you in a time of trouble. It's the Son of God Himself that we need to know. Not the doctrine of the Son of God, the person of the Son of God. If you sing all to Jesus I surrender, maybe He'll come back and see you do surrender it too. You may have to surrender some friendship. You may have to surrender a career. It may be He'll wreck all the things that for years you've thought about as being the very thing God wants you to do, and you suddenly find it isn't. It's something you wanted to do for God, not something that God wanted to do for Him. The first shall be last, the last shall be first. God has some marvelous things hidden away. And you know, I want to get the best, not just for my own sake. I want to do that pleases the Father. If everybody fails you, it's lonely. Loneliness is bad enough, but when it's pitch dark, it's worse. And when you're deserted by the best folk, that complicates it a little bit further. And when you think people are spiritual and you suddenly find their crisis are, they're worse than anybody else, that's good. That's according to the book. Don't worry about it.